All right. Well, we're back with more breaking news on C3 AI. As usual, I'm going to jump right into it and try to keep this short. First and foremost, I'm Sean from Invest to Live. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. We try to get news right as it hits the wire and get it out to you about a number of really popular tech stocks. So please subscribe and like the video if it adds value to what you're working on. First, full disclosure, I am an owner of C3 AI stock. So I want you to know that. I'm also not making any financial recommendations, advice, or anything. Speak to someone who knows your business, your cash flow, how your income looks, and make sure you work with professionals on that front. So no time wasted. Coming across the wire, we now have heard that C3 AI has authorized stock repurchases or a stock repurchase program up to $100 million over an 18-month period. This is a pretty big deal for those who have been in the stock for a while and watch this thing get absolutely battered down. So really quickly here, let me just explain in a very simple way what a stock repurchase program is. So many companies will create these programs to essentially take shares off the market. The reason for doing this is for a couple of different reasons. If a stock has really been beaten down and they think they can buy it back at pretty cheap prices, what the company will do, and it's approved by the board of directors here, is they'll actually go out and buy with real capital those shares off the market and bring them back into the company so they're no longer on the market to be bought or sold. Now, the reason they do this is because it helps to add value to the shareholders. As a shareholder who's watched the price of C3 get absolutely demolished, what's important to me is how are we going to see this price get back up again? Well, the less shares on the market while keeping the market cap of the company or the overall value of the company, if you look at price times shares, that equals market cap. The less shares, assuming we keep the market cap the same, the higher the higher that stock price will go. So that's essentially what they're saying here. Now, the fact that they're saying it's over an 18-month period and that it's up to 100 million, I think are key caveats that we want to be aware of here. It might be that the price is so low that there's a lot of value in them doing this right now, so they're going to start to buy this. Now, the reason they will typically put in clauses or caveats like up to is if the price suddenly slammed upwards really fast, it may not make sense for them to actually go and buy that and get the value they need from a market perspective. So keep that in mind. 100 million is like anything. It's a big number. It's going to buy a lot of shares, but only if they actually execute on it. Additionally, the 18-month term means we don't know when this will start or how big those purchases or repurchases will be for a while. I'll be paying attention to this and also reporting on it as I see things come through. But the overall consensus here from my perspective is this is good news. Anytime I own shares of a company whose stock has been hammered, a repurchase program helps me as an investor get some of that price back. Now, that said, though, full transparency, every time this company comes out with good news, there's always some sort of a spin on it after the fact, or it doesn't really help the stock. So I think it's going to be really, really important to understand not just that this was approved and there's a repurchase program or how much or how long the period will be for. It's really important to understand how they execute on this, how they get it into our hands. So that's it. It's a quick one. 10-second recap. C3 AI's board has approved a repurchase program of $100 million over 18 months, up to $100 million. With that, good luck investing today and have a good one. Thanks, everybody.